Hi everyone, today I am here to teach you how to solve multi-step equation. Multi-step equation is a series of one-step and two-step equation. Before we arrive in the multi-step equation, we need to know the objectives of multiple step equation. First, define multi-step equations. Second, learn the process to solve multi-step equations. When we say multi-step equation, it's a multiple process of solving the equation. And this is the example of multi-step equation. Before we arrive in this example or problem, we need to know the one-step and two-step equation. It is important to knowing the one-step and two-step equation. First is the one-step equation. You need to subtract it by 2, each of its side, 2, and you need to bring down to x equals 9 minus 2 equals 7. This is the one-way or one-step equation. Before we go to multi-step equation, it is important to know the one-way or two-step equation. And now we proceed to the two-step equation. You need to add it by 5, each of each side. And now bring down the 3x equals 10 plus 5, 15. And you need to divide it by 3. 3, cancel 3, bring down x equals 15 divided 3 equals 5. And now we finally solve the two-step and one-step equation. And now we will proceed to the multiple step equation. This is the general process of multi-step equation. First is that apply the distributive property when you see parentheses. And second is combine like terms on each side of the equation. And next, move all the variable terms on the left side of the equation and all the numbers on the right side. Use addition and subtraction. It is important in solving equation to move all the variables on the left side and all the numbers on the right side, and use subtraction and addition. And lastly, solve the remaining basic equation. This is the one-step and two-step equation before we go to the multi-step equation. And now we'll proceed to the how to solve the multi-step equation using this. Now the process of multi-step equations. First, we need to apply the derivative C parentheses. Now this does 3y plus 2 plus y equals 14. Now 3y 3 times y equals 3y, and 3 times 2 plus 6, and write the remaining equation, which is plus y equals negative 14. And now we will finish in the first process. Now we proceed to the second process, combine like term each side of the equation. You see the like terms is 3y and y, and make it here 4y plus 6 equals negative 14. As you observe that I rewrite the equation to make it simpler. Now move to the third process. Small the variable term on the left side and numbers on the right. Say 6, we don't need to move it to the 14, we need to subtract it by 6 each side. 6. Now bring down 4y equals negative 20. You need to divide it by 4 each side. As you can see that to make it simpler, you can make it the two-step process. Cancel the 4 to rewrite the y equals -5. Now solve the remaining basic equation. And now we know the process of solving multi-step equation. This is the final answer, y equals -5. And now I have another equation to solve using the multi-step equation. 2x minus 10 equals 12 plus 4x minus 1. So there is no parenthesis, so we didn't need to apply the distributive property in C. And next we will proceed to the next process, is the combined like term on each side of the equation. This is the like term. This is the like term, 4x minus 1, 2x minus 10 equals 12 plus 4x minus 1 equals 3x plus 3x. And now each side of the equation, next move after combine like terms, next equation number process number 3, next move all the variable from left side. So we need to subtract it by 3x, each of the variable, 3x minus 2x equals -1x minus 10 equals 12. You need to write the equation. 1x 12. You need to add it by 10 each of each side and write the equation. Bring down the -1x equals 1022. And now we proceed to the two-step equation and now solve the remaining basic equation. So -1x, -1, divide it -1 and -1, cancel -1, bring down the x equals -22. And now this is the final answer for this equation. Is it important to have these general guidelines in solving multi-step equation to be a guide for us to answer this problem and the process of solve multi-step equation? And that's all